young Tristan's riding Electric Sky. Tristan not only competes in show jumping, but a top young bull rider here in Australia. Telling me earlier on today, his show jumping helps him with his balance and coordination when it comes to bull riding. Recently competed last weekend at the Mareeba Rodeo. Uncle Mark was a good show jumping rider, competed here for many, many years at the Cairns Show. Thanks, Tristan, completing his round. Well, 12 months ago, Mitchell Everingham was the the winner of the junior single accumulator here last year was Kaylee Stevens, riding Van Wilder. Kaylee was one of our Victorian show jumping riders that come up and travelled right through with her father Phil and sister Alyssa here 12 months ago. From down Warragul way, south of Melbourne. A lot of great riders have come up from Victoria for many, many years. Eric Musgrove used to come up to the Cairns Show for many, many years, and Eric's probably one of our top trainers of jumping horses down in Victoria. When it comes to the racing industry, the jumps racing down there in Warrnambool. So a time of 66.48 and 27 points there for Tristan Pye. Riding Electric Sky. Welcome out now in our show jumping arena. This is young Miley Russell. Miley's 13 years of age. And she's riding a horse that she calls Mr. Woodward. Well done, Miley. Won 2 classes here yesterday in our junior competition. It was Miley Russell from down at the Burdekin riding Mr. Woodward. Well, Miley Russell, our last show jumping rider, had a time of 60.14. total of 50 points with just one rail down, a total of 4 jumping penalties. So our next rider is Mariba show jumping rider, Jermaine Regato. Jermaine is riding Generation. So Jermaine Regato, our last show jumping rider, had a time of 65.46 with a total of 46 points. Still unofficially in the lead, we have Miley Russell riding Mr. Woodwood with a total scoring of 50 points. Next to go with his second nomination in the class, Tristan Pye riding Jewel of the Crown. Well, a time of 59.52 there for Tristan Pye riding Jewel of the Crown. And a total of 40 points there for Tristan Pye riding Jewel of the Crown. So on course, we now have Rachel Vella. Rachel's one of our Mackay show jumping riders. Made the trip up north here with fellow competitor Dallas Bailey. And Rachel is riding Windaroo. Good on you. Thanks, Rachel. We'll have a time and a total of number of points coming to end very shortly. Show jumping judge Trevor Hyatt just working it out now. Nice to have Trevor here judging our show jumping. Trevor's from Townsville. Organises the horse section at the Townsville show. Wonderful exhibitor of Shetland ponies for many, many years. Now you can find Trevor judging a lot of show jumping events throughout Queensland, New South Wales. $69.27 in the total of 23 points there for our last competitor, Rachel Dawson. Or Rachel Veller, I should say. My apologies, Rachel. So Jude Dawson with his second nomination in the class from Malanda. Riding Flash for Cash, a 10-year-old gelding. Particular gelding was bred by Alan Samuels from Bundaberg. Good on you. Thanks, Jude. Well, time there for Jude Dawson, riding Flash for Cash, a time of 69.52, with a total of 46 points. Well, folks, that completes the Murray and Donna Mole Junior single accumulator show jumping event. So we'll just take a short break in the Clive Gordon main arena. We'll bring you up to date with the winner and place getters, and we'll also have some results from rings 2 and 3 with our ridden classes being judged as we speak here this afternoon. Well, folks, we're about to make a presentation here in our Clive Gordon main arena for the Murray and Donna Mole Junior single accumulator show jumping event. And we welcome to the presentation area our show jumping judge from Townsville, Mr. Trevor Hyatt. And we make the presentation to the winner of the class, Miley Russell. Well done, Miley, riding Mr. Woodward, with a total of 50 points and a time of 60.14 was the official time. Miley and Mum Kayla up here this year competing from down at the Burdekin, so well done. Second place, Jude Dawson. Total of 46 points and a time of 69.52, riding JB Alumba. Jude Dawson has also taken out third place with a time of 67.10 and a total of 42 points, riding Flash for Cash. In fourth place is a local show jumping rider, Tristan Pye, riding Jewel of the Crown with a total of 40 points and a time of 59.52. And Tristan has also picked up fifth place, riding Electric Sky with a time of 66.48 and a total of 27 points. Well, we go back to 2017, and the winner of the junior single accumulator class was Noah Dawson, riding Jumpin' Jack Flash. The winner in 2018 was Semi Joe O'Connor, riding Braveview Stubby. Julia Regato was the winner in 2019, riding Fire Engine. In 2021, the winner of the class was Sarah Dearlove, riding Me Me. Last year, it was Kaylee Stevens from Victoria, riding Van Wilder. But this year, it's young Marley Russell folks, riding Mr. Woodwood. And as a parade down in front of our main grandstands, Cairns, why don't you give them a big round of applause? The future of Australian show jumping on show at Australia's largest regional show. Come on, put your hands together for them, folks. The future of our equestrian sports in Australia. Well, folks, we're just going to take a short break. We've got a couple of special guests coming your way very shortly. And we've also got our open single accumulator show jumping event and more results from the ridden section in rings 2 and 3 coming your way very, very shortly as well. But once again, on behalf of the Cairns Show Committee, I'm led by President Mr. Ian Allen in his 22nd year as President of the Cairns Show Society. We like to say a very good afternoon and welcome to the show. Well, folks, just while we wait for some more results to come through from Centre Ring, we've got a couple of special guests up here in the broadcast box. It's nice to welcome Ricky Payne, who is the 2023 North Queensland Subchamber Rural Ambassador. Ricky, nice to welcome you here to this year's Cairns Show.
Thank you so much for having me.
Tell us a little bit about yourself.
Okay, so my name's Ricky Payne. I'm 23 years old and I come from Malanda. So I represent the Malanda Show Society, and this year I'm going to Brisbane to the ECA to represent the North Queensland Subchamber and region.
How did you become a rural ambassador?
So I've always been involved in the local Malanda show. When the Rural Ambassador program was first announced, I jumped straight onto it. I did the Rural Ambassador program for the Malanda show and then onto the Subchamber, which we had in Tully this year.
What's a Rural Ambassador?
A Rural Ambassador, they get to represent and showcase our local show and our region and get to showcase what we are proud of and what we have in our agricultural industry.
Malanda, it's a small town, but you get a very big crowd there at the show, don't you?
Yeah, so Malanda community, well, it is actually growing. We're getting bigger, but our show definitely is definitely one of the biggest events of our year. We do get an amazing turnout every year at the Malanda show, and I am very proud to be part of it.
So off the land there at Malanda?
No, so I don't actually have a farm as such. I just have a little townhouse, but I'm very proud to be part of the farming community.
Well, this year, the Cairns Show, I've got record numbers in the dairy section. I no doubt there'll be a lot of people there from Malanda exhibiting.
Yes, definitely. I have been down to the dairy cattle where some of my friends and family are at the moment. They're all parading their beautiful dairy cattle from many different breeds, and definitely something we're proud of.
So what do you do for work?
I have an admin job as such. I work for an irrigation automation company, HTM Complete, which are based in Tolga. I've
said it to all of our rural ambassadors here at the show this year. What if you could, if anybody's sitting out there in the crowd that would like to, they don't have to become a rural ambassador or a showgirl, but just become part of their show committee, because we need the next generation coming through. What's your word of advice? You've got the power of the microphone now.
All right, thank you. So with the power of the microphone, the one piece of advice I do give to the next generation is just have a go. See what part of the show interests you the most, and see if you can volunteer, take part, enter something into the show. It doesn't have to be anything big. We're always looking for more help and more young people to get involved.
Well, you're going down to the ECA this year, one of Australia's largest shows, so all the very best of luck. What's the one thing you're looking forward to seeing, or you've seen here at this year's Cairns Show?
Yeah, I'm definitely very excited to go to the ECA and go to Brisbane in just under a month's time, which is really exciting. The Cairns Show's been great. I've definitely seen quite a bit of bits and pieces. My favourite part so far has definitely been the dairy cattle exhibits.
Well, Ricky, it's been lovely to have you in the broadcast box, and great to see you and all of the fellow rural ambassadors and showgirls here at this year's show. Once again, all the very best of luck down there at the Brisbane ECA this year, and no doubt you'll do well. So congratulations on all your achievements so far.
Thank you so much. Thank you for having me.
Well, there you are, folks. Ricky Payne there, ladies and gentlemen, and she is the North Queensland Subchamber Rural Ambassador for 2023.
Warren Rundle. Class 1113. So currently on the course right now we have Warren Rundle. riding Just Rocky. This is class 1113, Murray and Donna Mole. He just completed his round. Now on course we have Linda Crowd. Crab riding Diva.
Well done, Ricky. Thanks, girls. So Linda Crab is our rider on course in our show jumping arena, riding Kentucky Fancy Diva. Well, this show jumping class is the same as our previous class. It is a accumulator event, so we do have the total of 10 fences with a total of 55 points up for grab. So a time of 50.78 and a total of 49 points there for Linda Crab, riding Kentucky Fancy Diva. So next to go we have Rockhampton competitor Mark Tompkins, and Mark is riding Quinton. Mark will be another one of our top show jumping riders that we'll see down at the Brisbane Ekka this year. On a class here yesterday, and he is competing in the second Murray and Donna Mole sponsored single accumulator show jumping event. So that was Mark Tompkins there, folks, riding Temperance and jumping a clear round. So he gets a total of 55 points and his time of 62.15. So we have on course now, Kayla Russell riding Marquesa from down at the Burdekin. Kayla's a wonderful pre-trainer of thoroughbreds and heavily involved with Racing Queensland. Marquesa is a 15-year-old bay warm blood mare and has been jumping competitively since the last season, owned by Kayla and ridden by Kayla Russell. Correction, horse's name is Barcelona. Time of 73.11 and 41 points there for our last competitor, Kayla Russell, riding Barcelona.
On course now, we have Guy Dodd on Canardi Rosini. He's from Southbrook, down near Pittsworth, and doing well. So Guy with a completed round, time of 74.33 and a total of 41 points. Now on course, we have Jermaine Regato on Wywalt's Sky High.
Well, folks, as we're watching the Murray and Donna Mole sponsored single accumulator show jumping event, we were watching Jermaine Regalto riding Wide Walt Sky High. Fortunately, rules in show jumping do state 3 refusals at a fence, so failing to jump over the fence, that results in disqualification, unfortunately, there for Jermaine. So once again, great to have, and we have our Queensland Rural Ambassador here in the broadcast box, Cassandra Wortman from Alpha. Cassandra, nice to see you here this afternoon.
Thanks very much for having me again, Jake. It's been fun to have a go at announcing.
Oh, well, it's, is it what you thought it was?
In a way, I guess. I think the hardest part is getting the horses' names right and making sure you got the right rider on the right horse. But, yeah, I think it'd be a lot harder to be out in the ring jumping those jumps, that's for sure.
Yeah, well, you don't see too many names like Bob or Bill with these horses. They're, some of them are tongue twisters. But we'll come back very shortly, folks. We have another rider on course. So we're watching on course now, Stuart Jenkins riding Casale from Marburg here in Queensland. .1.2 there for our last competitor, Stuart Jenkins, and Ali Kana with a total of 40 points. So we're watching now on course, Jude Dawson. And Jude Dawson is riding Altitude Z. Good on you. Well done, Jude. Completing his round here this afternoon. We'll get a time to hand very, very shortly. 58.65 and a total of 45 points there for Jude Dawson riding Altitude Z. Well, don't forget, folks, we got a big nighttime program coming up here in our Clive Gordon main arena here tonight. It's all going to get underway at 5 p.m. We'll have our Australian National Anthem, the Welcome to Country, and the Cairns RSL Pipes and Drums. At 5:15, it'll be the Ergon Energy and Cairns Taxis Division 2 Heat 1 of the Open Australian Show Pole Climbing Championships. The Bendigo Bank Woodchop is on tonight at 5:30 p.m. The Northerners vs Southerners Invitation Team Relay. 5:45 here tonight. It'll be the Division 1 Heat 1 of the Cairns Show Novice Queensland Pole Climbing Championship. 6 o'clock here tonight. It'll be the Triple M Esky Racing Tournament. And then at 6:45 it will be the Chicken Run. So that's all coming up, part of our nighttime program, and it will commence in the main arena tonight at 5 p.m. And on course in the show jumping arena, her second nomination in the class, Kayla Russell. Kayla riding Marquesa. Well done, Kayla, jumping clear, receiving the total number of points of 55 on offer in our accumulator show jumping event. Kayla Russell riding Marquesa, time of 61.18. Unofficially, I do believe it'll be the new leading time in the class. So we have Mackay rider now, Dallas Bailey. Dallas riding Willard Kingston. Good on you, thanks, Dallas. Dallas Bailey there from Mackay. Again, folks, big thanks to Murray and Donna Mole sponsoring our accumulator show jumping events here this year. Time of 60.84 And 49 points there for Dallas Bailey, our last rider on course. Next to go, looks like it'll be Jamie Page. Jamie Page, rider we watch on course in our show jumping arena. Jamie is riding Palais. Won a class earlier on here today. Well, folks, of course, performing over the Cairns Regional Council Community Stage, we have the Warri High Performing Arts. They're performing through till 3 p.m. here this afternoon. Then coming up at 3:15 this afternoon, we've got Dennis Dingo Dryden, an Australian musician and bush poet. He'll be on stage at 3:15 p.m. this afternoon. At 4:45 this evening, it'll be the Mike the Music Man. Currently performing now, or coming up at the top of the hour, we'll have the Mad Hat Dressers interactive musical show. You can find them at the Fig Tree Entertainment area. Don't forget over there in the Fred Mole Exhibition Centre, we've got the Mount Sheridan Plaza Kids Zone. It's a place for kids to relax and enter the colouring comp to win family passes to next year's show. It's proudly sponsored by the Pajama Foundation and Mount Sheridan Plaza. And you can go in the draw to win a $500 gift cards from Mount Sheridan Plaza as well. Mark Tompkins, our rider in our show jumping arena, riding Roo. Time there for Mark Tompkins riding Roo, a time of 58.11 in 46 points. Still unofficial, I do believe, that clear round. Kayla Russell and Marquesa, 61.18 in a total of 55 points. Still leading the class unofficially, I do believe. So we have countering forward now Warren Rundle from Rockhampton with his second domination in the class. Riding the big horse he calls Dexter. Well, we have results from our ridden section here this afternoon for the Coppin Construction sponsored champion novice show hunter Galloway Hack. And congratulations, Ike Bissett O'Shea has won the championship through lovely horse Noble Warrior. So well done. And reserve champion is Deanna Jones and Cornstone Shaken Booty. So congratulations. The Century Cranes champion novice pony hack. So ponies are not measuring over 14 hands in height. Has been won by Stevie Togolini. And Stevie was exhibiting Weardale Zigzag. She's also taken out reserve champion with Secret Heart Replica. So well done, Stevie. And results in for the Champion Open Show Hunter Galloway. Congratulations, our champion here this afternoon has been awarded to Sir Codge, exhibited by Renee Day from Innisfail. And our reserve champion is Lily Bissett O'Shea and Noble Warrior. So congratulations. Time of 60.84 and a total of 49 points there for our last show jumping rider, Dallas Bailey. So folks, we're going to have some results coming through from our show jumping arena. That looks like it does wrap up the single accumulator show jumping class. So we'll get those results to hand very, very shortly. Well, once again, we thank all of our great partners here at this year's Cairns Show, and without our sponsors, the show wouldn't happen. So a big thank you to all of our great partners. While we have a moment, we might advise you on some of our great show sponsors here for 2023. We have Advance Rural, Mount Sheridan Plaza, MSF Sugar, BDO, Bega, Great Northern Brewing Company, Natural Evolution, Big Electrics, Lions International, Cairns Taxis, Norlift, NOP Security, CBC, Century Cranes, Leaders in Lifting, Dairy Farmers, Mickey Tyre and Auto, Far North Queensland Hospital Foundation, Earlville Shopping Town, Pestaway Pest Management, Ergon Energy Network, ProGig, Explosive Arts Fireworks, Far North Queensland Raw Media, Stoller, Queensland Rural, Inspired Signs, Joe Vella, Insurance Brokers, along with Port Tags, Reliable Radios, Showbags Warehouse. A big thank you to Gordon Richards and Shelley Ping from Showbags Warehouse for their support here once again this year. The Mareeba Sale Yards, because hold their cattle sales each and every Tuesday. Will Clean Event Services, I Do Flowers, TFH Hire, and Sinorama. So, folks, we'd like to thank all of our great partners at the 2023 Cairns Show, Australia's largest regional show. And if it wasn't for our business chamber and our great local businesses supporting the Cairns Show, it just wouldn't happen. So a big thank you to all of our sponsors and to all of our volunteers that are volunteering here at the show from all various sections. We'd like to say a very special thank you to each and every one of you as well, because it's volunteers that make the show movement in Australia. It's the largest volunteer organisation in the country. Well, folks, we're going to make the presentation here in front of the Clive Gordon Arena sign here for the winner and place getters of the Murray and Donna Mole single accumulate event. Trev, I've got no results up here, so if you step forward and present, and I'll do the rest from here. So congratulations to our riders, and we're going to present the blue ribbon to the winner of the class, Dallas Bailey. Good on you, Dallas. From Mackay. Being presented the blue ribbon, which signifies that he has won the class. Dallas brought a big team of horses up from Mackay to compete here on the North Queensland show circuit this year. 12 months ago, Mitch Everingham, riding Renovator, was the winner of our single accumulator show jumping event. 2021, it was Ron Easy riding Porto Call. Second place goes to Kayla Russell. Good on you, Kayla. And, down at the Burdekin. She's had a wonderful show, so's the daughter Miley. She receives the red ribbon signifying second place. Third place looks like will then go to Mark Tompkins. Good on you, Mark. Fourth place being awarded to Linda Crabb. Thanks, Linda. Riding Kentucky Fancy Diva. Great class to watch, and don't forget, boys and girls, mums and dads, ladies and gentlemen, part of our nighttime program tonight, commencing at 6 p.m. tonight, we will have our Invitation Masters show jumping event. So that's always a great event here each and every year at the Cairns Show. And back down to our fifth place getter with one of his second horses in the class, Dallas Bailey. So there they are, folks, the winner and place getters, and the winner's gone to Mackay show jumping rider Dallas Bailey here this afternoon. So right now you're going to see them parade off behind our red coats, the ladies with the red shirts and the red saddle cloths. As they do parade down there, folks, give them a big round of applause. They put a lot of effort into presenting their horses and competing here at the Cairns Show each and every year. And a wonderful lineup of our top riders here in Queensland at Australia's largest regional show, the Cairns Show. Well done. Well, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, we'll just take a short break here in the Clive Gordon Main Arena. We've still got another show jumping event to come your way. We'll have more results from our ridden classes also here this afternoon. So that's all still to unfold, and our nighttime program is going to get underway here tonight in the main arena at 5 p.m. So horse and rider, we're watching our show jumping arena. Well, that was Guy Dodd riding Town Man. You're in the single accumulator show jumping event, sponsored by Murray and Donna Mole. So 47 points and a time of 65.61 there for Guy Dodd, riding Town Man. So our accumulator show jumping event, of course, horse and riders accumulate the points. For example, fence 1 is worth 1 point. Fence 2, 2 points, and so forth, right through to fence number 10. Stuart Jenkins next to go, riding Kazali from Marburg here in southeast Queensland. Stuart's already won a couple of classes so far here at this year's Cairns Show. One of our top show jumping riders here in Australia. Our courses here this year at the Cairns Show have been built by Mr. Rob Button. Rob, a local course builder, of a lot of technique and training goes into becoming a course builder, because you just don't put up fences and expect the horses to jump it. Just work out the length of the course, and always looking to put a little tricky fence in the course to try and bring one of the horse or riders undone, not for them to fall off or anything like that, just to make it a level playing field. $67.50, all clear there for Stuart Jenkins riding Kazali, and they receive the maximum amount of points of 55 on offer. So, of course, for a horse's stride, we take 4 steps. So you'll see our riders just before the class, they come out and walk the course, and that's they're working out how many strides they will take in between each fence to target their take-off area. When they approach the fence, about 1.2 metres off the fence, they usually take off. They'll walk the course and get their strides in their head, so they know exactly how many strides they should be taking between each fence. So we see a different type of fences out there. We've got our vertical, we've got the triple bar, fence number 10 right here in front of the Clive Gordon Arena. That's what you call the triple bar. It's got 3 levels to it with the 3 wings. So we'll start off down at the bottom there with that smaller face of the fence. Then we've got the middle, and then we've got the third part. Course builder, he's got a tape measure, so he marks out the length, and or should say the width of the fences. So these riders, they just don't hop on their horse and say, well, I'll go out and jump these fences. They've got to walk the course first to get their correct strides and to get their timing and coordination right. All looks easy when they walk the course, but when you're carrying around there on a 600 kilo animal, anything can happen. So Jamie Page, our next rider from Rosewood here in Queensland, she is riding War Dragon. So if you're just watching the show jumping here for the first time at the Cairns Show, we are watching a accumulator show jumping event. So as I explained, each fence, whether it's fence 1, 2, that's what the fence is worth with points. So how we decide the winner of this class is the horse and rider combination with the highest number of points in the fastest time. $59.52 and 54 points there for Jamie riding Dragon. So on course now we have Mitchell Everingham. Mitch from Murwillumbah, New South Wales, and he's riding Renovator. Mitch has had great success here for many, many years at the Cairns Show. First started coming up many years ago with his father Ian and brother Brock. Ian spent a lot of time up here at the Cairns region. He was heavily involved when harness racing was big here in the Cairns Shire. Mitch and Renovator jumped at the top level at World Cup shows here in Australia. Have won all Grand Prix at Rockhampton, Finchhatton, Mackay, Proserpine, Burdick and Malanda, Atherton. Have done it all before. Very, very experienced campaigners. So we'll get a time through there very shortly for our last rider, Mitch Everingham riding Renovator. 53-3-2 and a score of 52 points there for our last rider, Mitchell Everingham, riding Renovator. Dallas Bailey from Mackay is on course now, riding Willard Charleston. Dallas won our previous class. Join you, Dallas. Another lovely round here this afternoon at the Cairns Regional Show, the Murray and Donna Mole show jumping class. $61.79 and a total of 40 points there for Dallas Bailey, riding Willark Charleston. Yes, as I was saying before, you would have noticed our riders coming out and walking the course, because our riders they're walking the course, understanding the distances between the jumps set by our course builder Rob Button. So the riders are working out whether they're requiring to shorten their horse's canter stride or go a little longer if it's a little longer course, and where they're required to either add a stride or arcs their horse for a more forward canter to prevent the horse from leaving long when it approaches a fence. So when they count their strides in order to walk a course correctly, they count their strides and they translate them into human steps. Generally, a horse's stride is 12 feet. Obviously, as humans, we cannot take a 12-foot step, but they break it down into 4 big steps. It is also important to note that when a horse lands in a jump line, it subtracts 6 feet. When a horse takes off in a line, it also subtracts another 6 feet. So our riders, they generally practice their big steps and get their math memorised to count their strides, since 4 of the big steps equals 1 horse stride. So they've got to keep track of how many strides are required between each fence. So that's what they do before the start of their show jumping class. Well, we have some results coming through from our ridden classes here in rings 2 and 3 here this afternoon, and results for the Coppin Construction Champion Pony Hack. And, well done to Ava Florenzi and the Royal Serenade, been awarded champion. Well done, Ava. And our reserve champion is Weardale Zigzag. Congratulations. Results now for the champion novice Show Hunter Pony. That has been won by Sophie Kazarurian. Well done, Sophie. Sophie was riding Ray Park Jim Bean. Our champion open Show Hunter has been won by Shalidi Park Buckshot. Ainsley Stubbins' nomination. Well done, Ainsley. And our reserve champion is Sophie Kazarurian's nomination, Ray Park Jim Bean. So well done to our riders there with the champion Pony Hack, the champion novice Show Hunter Pony, and the champion open Show Hunter. So next show jumping rider is Jamie Page. Jamie's riding Caribbean. Well, folks, we'll have a time coming through there very shortly, and the total number of points there for our Rosewood Queensland show jumping rider, Jamie Page. Remember, folks, to put your rubbish in the bin while you're here at the show this year. So we can see all of our JJ Richards bins located around the Clive Gordon Main Arena and the showground precinct. So remember to use the bins, don't litter. Nice to see our cleaners here at the show this year. All volunteers too, folks. Keeping the Cairns Showgrounds in beautiful condition, so well done. So we have a new leader in our show jumping, Jamie Page, jumping a lovely round, gaining the maximum amount of points of 55 and a time of 54.56. So unofficially, the new leader in the class. Well, next to go, we have Stuart Jenkins with his second nomination in the class, riding Belhaven Bondi. Well, takes a leap at the triple bar, folks, at the final fence and jumps it safely.
Stuart went around in 56.42 with a score of 51.
51.46 and a total of 51 points there for Stuart Jenkins riding Fairview Bondi. So, folks, that will complete the show jumping class, the Murray and Donna Bowles sponsored event. So we'll be back very shortly. We'll just wait for the official results to come through to the broadcast box. Well, as we said, folks, coming up here tonight, our nighttime program, it's all going to get underway at 5 p.m. here tonight. We'll have our Australian national anthem, our Welcome to Country, and the Cairns RSL pipes and drums being performing here tonight at 5 p.m. 5:15 here tonight, it'll be the Division 2 Heat 1 of the Open Australian Show Pole Climbing Championships. 5:30 here tonight, it'll be the Bendigo Bank Woodchop Northerners versus Southerners Invitation Team Relay. 6 o'clock here tonight, it will be our Masters Show Jumping here in our main arena. That'll be followed by, at 6:30 p.m, it'll be our Esky Racing, Heat number 1 of our Esky Racing here tonight. 6:45, it'll be the Chicken Run. The Chicken Run coming up here tonight at 6:45. And here at 5 minutes past 7 o'clock tonight, it'll be Taylor Renee Horsemanship. So we look forward to another great night here at Australia's largest regional show, the 2023 Cairns Show. And it wouldn't be possible without our sponsors and partners. And big thanks to our show guide sponsors here this year, Totally Workwear, the Wind Network, and Cairns Post. So we'll be back very shortly, boys and girls, in the Clive Gordon main arena with a official presentation from the show jumping. Well, we have our results for the Murray and Donemal single accumulator show jumping event, and love to welcome our show jumping riders to the presentation area, along with our show jumping judge, Trevor Hyatt from Townsville, and we present the blue ribbon to the winner of the class, Jamie Page, riding Caribbean. Well, with the highest score of 55 points and the fastest time of 54.56, she is the winner. Mitch Everingham won this class last year in 2022, and Ron Easy was the winner in 2021. Stuart Jenkins in second place. Stuart also had a perfect score of 55 points, but a time of 67.50. Riding Ghazali in third place, Jamie Page. Her second nomination in the class, riding War Dragon, 54 points and a time of 59.52. Ron Easy won this class in 2019, riding Easywood Blako, also owned by Ron Easy and Ross Greenwood from Tamworth. 2018, this class was won by Ron Easy riding Simplistic. He was second riding JB Corona. Brock Everingham was third that year riding Porto Call. And in 2017, it was Ron Easy once again riding Simplistic. He ran second riding Made You Look, and third place that year was Brock Everingham riding Blue Nickel. Present the ribbon to fourth place getter all the way from Wollumbar in New South Wales, Mitchell Everingham riding Renovator. 53.32 was the time in 52 points. And fifth place, Stuart Jenkins with his second nomination in the class, riding Bondi with a total of 51 points. So well done to our show jumping riders. As they parade off now behind our red coats, Cairns, can you give them a big round of applause? Wonderful class, sponsored by Murray and Donna Mole. Well done, Jamie. Well done, Stuart. Good on you, Mitch. There they are, our winners and place getters in our single accumulator opened show jumping class here this afternoon. Well, folks, we'll be back in the show jumping arena here tonight, 6 p.m. The Invitation Masters. It's always a great event here at the Cairns Show each and every year. So that'll be underway here tonight at 6 p.m. Once again, thanks very much to our Chief Ringmaster, Faye Ryle, husband Keith, and all the volunteers that do a wonderful job in running the horse program here at Cairns each and every year. Thanks to our judges, of course, judging our classes here today, Mr. Craig Purcell and Miss Tony Harper Purcell, along with Miss Nikki Thomas. And yesterday we had Miss Taz Holton. And in our show jumping arena, thanks to our show jumping judge, Trevor Hyatt, and also to our course builder from here in Cairns, Mr. Rob Button, who is building the course now for our Invitation Masters, which will be a part of our nighttime program here tonight. Thanks to all of our volunteers also out there in the main arena as well. And to all of our competitors that have travelled far and wide to be with us here this week at Australia's largest regional show. We can't thank you enough because if you didn't turn up, we wouldn't have a show. So thanks very much to all of our exhibitors, not only here in our horse section, but right around abroad here at the Cairns Show for 2023. So, folks, plenty of things to see and do. You can check out all of our great independent traders. Sideshow Alley, it's all open for business. The best rides that you can see at any Royal Show and more are here at Cairns this year. And don't forget to head on over to Showbags Warehouse for all of your show bag requirements. They have got all of your needs, I should say, covered here for 2023. Folks, we're just going to take a short break in the Clive Gordon main arena. We're going to have some more special guests joining us here in the broadcast box. We're going to have more results from the main arena. And we're just going to enjoy our afternoon because nighttime entertainment's not far away, coming up at 5 p.m. And the time now is 3:32. Well, folks, if you're looking for something great to do at the moment, head on down here in front of the, or below the Tajalis Pavilion, and you can catch Meet Magic down here with Stan Cornish and his team. It's always a great show here at the Cairns Show each and every year. So that's Meet Magic happening as we speak now, just below the Tajalis Pavilion. Well, folks, we've got some more results coming through from our ridden classes here this afternoon. And congratulations to our champion working hunter. That has been won by Jamaica Bissett O'Shea, riding Noble Freedom. So well done, Jamaica. And our reserve champion is Tass Holton's nomination, Jesse's Shalady. So congratulations. That wraps up things in our hack rings here today. So thank you very much to all of our competitors. Thanks to our judges, Mr. Craig Purcell and Miss Tony Harper Purcell, along with Nikki Thomas. Thanks to our ringmaster, Miss Faye Ryle, and all of her staff over there in the main arena, and husband Keith for another wonderful job. Thank you very much. So we'll see you all here tomorrow morning for another 9 a.m. start. Well, don't forget, boys and girls, if you've enjoyed watching our horses here today, we thank you for watching all of our horse exhibitors, but you can also head on down to the horse stables. Horse stables are located on D1 on your show map. You can say hello to the horses in the stables or see them in action on the main arena. And also head on down and check out the stud cattle exhibitors, all the various breeds of stud cattle presented here this year at the show, including Santa Gertrudis, Brangus cattle, Brahman cattle, Limousin. They're all here this year, and this year in the dairy section, we've received 70 head of dairy livestock to be judged, so record nominations of dairy cattle. Also, catch the young judges and paraders down there as well. Don't forget, folks, to head on over to the Wind Arts and Craft Pavilion, located on J number 2 on your show map, and you can admire the skills of local cake decorators, weavers, knitters, crafters and bakers. You can watch live demonstrations and learn how to create the art pieces yourself. The photography room is also open there. You can see the moments in time captured forever. Photographers from all over far north Queensland have submitted their devastatingly beautiful images that will leave you mesmerised. We've also got the school displays. You can show your support for our local school groups by viewing the school displays. The Cairns cosplay, it's located on K number 4 on your show map. You can meet your favourite cartoon and superhero characters in real life. Strike a pose and take a picture with them while they roam around the showgrounds, or visit them at their base at Yoko's Corner. Bugsy Bumblebee is also here this year in the Fred Mole Exhibition Centre. You can check out the Mount Sheridan Kids Zone, ride a police motorbike. Also at the police stand over at the Fred Mole Pavilion, and also here next to the Tajalis Pavilion. You can put a wristband on your child with your telephone number on it, so if the child does go missing throughout the course of the show, they can give you a ring, because when they've got the child, they've got that telephone number, so you can come down and see our wonderful policemen and women from the Queensland Police down here next to the Tajalis Pavilion, and also with their stand in the Fred Mole Exhibition Centre. Well, who are you going to call first when you get in trouble? You're always going to call the police. We thank our policemen and women. You can also take a snap of a farm selfie on the vintage tractor, and it's a restored 1956 Ferguson. The tractor is courtesy of the Greenwood family, and the children are allowed to climb on the tractor, but they must be supervised for an adult. So make sure you check out the wonderful 1956 Ferguson, what Australia was built on, the great Fergie tractor. A little bit different to our modern tractors that we see on the land today. We've also got the steam engines. You can let off a little bit of steam at the miniature steam engine display with the incredible attention to detail. The display always delights both young and old. We have the gemstones and minerals. You can discover the world of locally discovered gemstones and minerals. The Cairns Minerals and Laboratory Club exhibit. Black Star Radio, they're one of our great media partners here at the Cairns show once again this year, and they're also got a stand down at the Fred Moult Exhibition Centre as well. And of course, folks, you can't come to the show without purchasing yourself one of the great show bags, and we thank Showbags Warehouse for their support. Gordon Richards and Shelley Easy from Showbags Warehouse, and they've got a wonderful lineup of show bags here this year for all the boys and girls out there. Gabby's Dollhouse, Jojo Siwa, Little Mermaid, Minnie Mouse, Elsa Frozen, Care Bears, Spider-Man, Batman, Police SWAT, Army Combat. What else have we got here? Play-Doh, Scooby-Doo, Squishmallows, Birdie Beetle show bag. That's always a favourite. I know that's Tommy G, who does all the MC work for our Airtime FMX Freestyle Motocross team. He likes the Birdie Beetle show bag. The Mega Whiz Fizz, that sounds all right to me. A little bit of sugar in the system. Mega Whiz Fizz show bag, just to name a few. So head on over there, boys and girls. Just located on the left-hand side of the main arena down the Showbag Alley. And all the great rides here this year from the Showman's Guild of Australasia. We thank them for their continued support of the show movement here in Australia and here at Cairns. Supernova rides here this year, the Space Roller. We've got the Beast, the Warrior, the tallest ride there on the showground. Over 55 metres tall, the Sky Flyer. We've got the big giant Ferris wheel, as you can see. Everybody's favourite, the Dodgem cars. What else have we got here? We've got the Spook Ghost Train, the Soundwave, Starship Ride, the Twister, the Starflyer, Expo Wheel, Alien Abduction, the Stars, the Big Wizard, the Breakdance, Cliffhanger, Bungee Trampolines. So it's all here at our show this year, and go and enjoy it, boys and girls. The show only comes to town once a year. We thank our show families for their continued support of the Cairns show for 2023. Well, we've got our nighttime program coming up here tonight. It'll be scheduled to get underway at 5 p.m. here in our Clive Gordon main arena. But right now, we'll just take a short break, and we'll be back very shortly. Testing 1 2 1 2. Well, folks, just while we do have a moment here in our Clive Gordon main arena, it gives me great pleasure to welcome the member for Cairns, Mr. Michael Healy, here to the broadcast box. Michael, good afternoon and welcome.
Good afternoon, Jake, and good afternoon, mums and dads and kids. Ladies and gentlemen, it's an absolute pleasure to be here at one of the nation's greatest events.
Yeah, it certainly is, Michael. I call it Australia's largest regional show. You know, there's more rides here than at the Brisbane Ekka, believe it or not.
That is correct. And, Jake, I can tell you that as the largest regional show in Australia, it absolutely looks fantastic. It's great infrastructure, and I just want to at this stage acknowledge all of the work that goes in to this event. You've got so many people, volunteers, professional organisations, community organisations. It really is. It covers all aspects of our community, and it's where the country meets the city, if we could say that. And I tell you what, as a regional show, as you said, it's the biggest and it's definitely the best.
Michael, the Cairns show, very, very important to the local economy too, isn't it?
Tens of millions. Yeah, it is vitally important. We've got a really big week happening this week. We've got over the week we've got about 5,000 sailors. There's a big naval operation taking place. So to have the Cairns show on at the same time, I was talking to a naval officer from Canada last night. He came through the show yesterday. He's from regional Canada. He thought it was fantastic, and he wanted to know about the wood chopping. He was talking about some of the activities that we have here, the bags. So it's a vitally important part of our economy that happens every year, but it's also important for the fabric. So mums and dads and the kids can get out here. People can see the horse riding. They can see a wide range of activities that you just might not see every day in Cairns.
Yeah, when you buy your meat, it doesn't come from the supermarket shelf. It comes from our cattle producers. Same with the milk. And this year, we've got 70 head of dairy. Ian Allen, the president, told me that's record numbers. So it's great to see, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. And look, I spoke to Ian earlier, and all acknowledgement to Ian and his team for the work that they do. But you're right. We live in a world where we're swamped with information, but we're starved of intelligence. So kids realise you don't get your meat from something at Woolies. It's out there. It's being fed. It's walking around. It's been nurtured, and this is how you do it.
Yeah, the eggs don't come from Coles. They come from the chook's bum, as they say. Hey, listen, Cairns show, this wouldn't happen without all the volunteers and sponsors, though, would it?
Absolutely, and I think this is just another example to go to show how important the show is, and we accept that obviously a lot of people travel with this particular show, but what makes it uniquely Cairns is the enormous amount of volunteers that we have, and these are the people that are standing at the gate, they're taking the money, these are the people that are walking around, they're helping in a wide range of areas. It really is. It goes to show the strength in our community. We've got a really good, strong volunteer base. And I tell you what, I'm absolutely proud of this event. I'm really proud to bring people up and show it off, and it's one of our biggest events in our social calendar.
Yeah, well, I do 35 shows a year, and Sydney Royal's the biggest show I do, but my second favourite show is the Cairns show, because, you know, as far as regional shows go, this is the best. Yeah. And, you know, this reminds me a lot of Sydney show because it's got an arena similar to it with a beautiful trotting track, and of course, then we've got all the great sideshow rides as well. So, look, it's not all about the rides, as we were talking about agriculture and all the different... it's great to see all the school children too. They get to show their work as well.
Yeah, and look, this is another opportunity. I mean, in this day and age where we're seeing one of the byproducts of COVID is it's tough getting staff, it's tough getting workers, so it's a great opportunity for young kids to come out and to have a look. And I tell you what, this is a wonderful way to display that there are wonderful jobs and careers out there in the agricultural industry, and that's the real connection between the city and the agricultural industry coming down to this show.
Certainly is, and anybody out there that you know might be thinking of volunteering, just come forward, because you know, more the merrier, isn't it? Just give it a go.
That's it, and I tell you what, you can have a lot of fun, meet a lot of good people, and at the end of the day, you feel good when you go home. You've done something for your community. You
can have one too many scotches or rums when you finish too. But hey, Michael, thanks for sponsoring the program too this year. I must commend you on that because it's very, very easy program to read and very enjoyable. So thanks very much for that.
Jake, very easy because I can understand it. Thank you very much. Once again, it's an absolute privilege to be involved. Good to have you here.
Good on you. Thanks, Michael. Folks, that's your member for Cairns, Mr. Michael Healy. We'll be back very shortly in the Clive Gordon Main Arena. Well, don't forget, folks, it all happens here in the main arena here tonight. 5 o'clock is when our nighttime program will commence. And we'll be starting it off here tonight at 5 p.m. with the Welcome to Country, the Australian National Anthem and the Cairns RSL Pipes and Drums. 5:15 here tonight at will be Division 2, Heat number 1 of the Open Australian Show Pole Climbing Championships. And at 5:30 p.m., it'll be the Bendigo Bank Wood Chop Northerners versus Southerners Invitation Team Relay. 5:45 here tonight. It will be Division 1, Heat 1 of the Cairn Show Novice Queensland Pole Climbing Championships. 6 o'clock here tonight, it will be the Masters Show Jumping event. That'll be followed by Heat number 2 of our Esky Racing today. And at 6:45, it will be Chicken Run. 7:05, it'll be Taylor Renee Horsemanship. And at 15 minutes past 7 o'clock, it will be Airtime FMX, proudly presented by Big Electrics, our freestyle motocross team here tonight at 7:15. So, folks, once again, it will be all getting underway here in our Clive Gordon Main Arena. The nighttime entertainment will be starting at 5 p.m. Well, folks, don't forget to head on over the bridge and check out the Sunflower Garden here at this year's Cairn Show. Immerse yourself in the beauty of the breathtaking Sunflower Garden and capture a picture-perfect moment created with the love and expertise by Les Plath. Also over there, you can find Dunny Avenue. Step into the beautiful world of Dunny Avenue, where inspiration blooms at every corner. Marvel at stunning flowers, nurtured and grown in the most unexpected places. Toilet systems, that is, and even Vegemite jars. Grown and planted by Mr. Les Plath. We also have our goats being exhibited this year, and you can find them in your tour guide located at E7 on the map. Experience the joy of meeting our adorable new miniature Nigerian dwarf goats, along with a charming selection of does and bucks, all waiting to enchant you at the Goat Pavilion. And also head on over to Ag Venture Farm, located E6 on your map. You can immerse yourself in the incredible crop exhibition flourishing within the old cattle yards. Indulge in the flavours of freshly harvested produce and gain valuable farming insights from local producers, and have the chance to win a family pass to next year's Cairn Show. This display is the result of Green Thumbs, Amanda Hunter, Bill Smith and Tony Matchett. Check out the Bird Pavilion also this year. You can view the feathered companions ranging from canaries to budgerigars, lorikeets, parrots, Muscovy ducks and the vibrant poultry. We have the Official poultry results. There's a full shed of poultry birds here at the show this year. And the champion bird of this year's Cairns show was Ashley Harris's nomination, which was a large Australorp cock bird. The reserve champion bird of the show was Chris and Zoe Lavis's Bantam Black Red Old English Game. The champion junior exhibitor was Kezia Lane with a Peking Bantam Pullet. So well done there to our overall champions in our poultry section this year. So you can head on over there, boys and girls, see the poultry, the pigeons and the cage birds here at the show this year. And down at the Lee James Dog Arena, we have coming up this afternoon at 5:30 through till 8 p.m. tonight, we will have the dog jumping trial. So that's coming up here this evening from 5:30 p.m. Be sure also to check out Honey Providore Horticulture Pavilion, located on J6 on your show map. Get your gardening inspirations at the Honey Horticulture Pavilion, where you'll discover a stunning showcase of giant vegetables, orchards, floral arrangements, garden produce, fruit, honey and varieties, and so much more. Call in and say good day to the women from the Queensland Country Women's Association. They've got their display also the Honey Providore Horticultural Pavilion, where you'll see traditional arts, intricate handiwork and culinary delights that celebrate the talents of Queensland's country women. So folks, something for everybody here at the 2023 Cairns Show. You can head on over to the 7 News Heritage Park. That's where the Animal Nursery is, boys and girls. Craig and Ruth Melville over there at Melville's Animal Nursery. Pop on over and see the donkey and Bindi the dog and a talented pup family. You can tickle a parrot's belly, pat a baby goat or rooster. And for the first time ever here at the Cairns Show, you can cuddle a fluffy bunny. Pig racing's on all over there as well, and we've got the duck racing too, with the next duck race coming up at 6 p.m. here this evening. There's traditional wood turning, there's pan for gold, sand sculpting, reptile education, classical cars. We've got Ranger Nick with his camp oven cooking, Machinery Alley, Heritage Backyard, Swaggy the Bushman poet, Dennis Dingo Dryden, one of the top storyteller, bush musician and poet, and a blacksmithing demonstration over there with the wonderful Noel Giles, who does a wonderful job creating ironwork and cattle brands. So, folks, that's a little bit of what's happening around the ground. Sideshow Alley, it's all open for business. Head on over to Showbags Warehouse for all of your show bag requirements here at the show this year. So we'll take a short break and we'll come back very, very shortly here in the Clive Gordon Main Arena. Well, folks, just before our nighttime entertainment gets underway here at 5 p.m. this afternoon, it's great to welcome back here to this year's Cairns show over there in the 7 News Heritage Park, Melville's Animal Farm, and the duck racing here this year. And it's great to have Craig Melville joining us here in the broadcast box. Craig, good afternoon and welcome.
Thank you very much, Jake, and it's wonderful to be back at Cairns on this beautiful July day, mate. We get some beautiful weather, and mate, we've had some really good crowds coming through the animal nursery today, and it's everyone's excited. They're ready for the night program this evening. They're going to get on a few of the showman's rides, so it's a really good feel around the showgrounds.
Oh, that's great, Craig. And how long have you been coming up? You and Ruth have been coming up here to Cairns show now.
I think we did a quick calculation. It's something like 22 years, mate.
So 22 years, so you come up here in, the early 2000s?
Yeah, certainly did. Certainly did, Jake. Yeah, we were just starting off in the animal nursery business, and Cairns was good enough to take us on board. We've been coming ever since. We built a lot of good relationships with the president, Mr. Ian Allen, and all the committee. They always look after us and help us to put on a great display for all the patrons here in Cairns. And